Good evening and salutations, my GH fans. Okay, so Josh comes in, sees the mess that Lucky made, and she rightfully rings him out for it, reminding him, "What the hell are you doing? This is our family's diner. Why would you do this for?" And Lucky does everything except for tell the truth. Says a couple of things, and then he just leaves. And Jocelyn later on figures out that, he can't sit there and be a match for Lulu. And she feels bad. And she's like, I treated him horribly. And I'm like, you really did. Saying that, well, he came there so this way he could sit there and release some stress or whatever. Because if he did that anywhere else, he would have been arrested. And I'm like, listen, I get that he's in a lot of pain. He feels bad. He feels guilty and all sorts of other stuff. But there was a better way of handling his issues than to trash an entire diner on top of freaking out on everyone else. So he finally goes to church to pray for Lulu and everything. And towards the end, he sees Laura. Now I'm kind of just like, maybe that should have been your first stop, not just trashing diners and shit. He goes to Jason and asks, could he get some money in a passport so this way he can go back to Africa? And part of me was like, yeah, you should sit there and definitely get your ass out of town and take your ass back to Africa. But then the other part of me is like, you're just running away from your problems. When he talks to Jason and he talks about why he left the first time, the only thing I heard was excuses. Oh, I had problems with Liz and everything like that, and I didn't want to leave some sort of bad legacy. I'm like, and you think that running away from your problems and being an absentee dad was really the better route to go? Saying, well, that's what Luke used to sit there and do. Didn't you pretty much slam him for the way that he behaved? And now you're basically like, I understand why he did that. Of course you do. Because he took the coward's way out, and so did you. Instead of manning up, dealing with Liz like a grown ass adult, and I don't know, maybe being a father to Aiden. Now, the one thing that was kind of funny was Jason Smith there saying, well, you don't want to sit there and leave, what about Aiden? I don't know. Jason, what about Jake? You left twice and you didn't sit there and consider Jake at the time. You want to sit there and tell Lucky that he shouldn't be leaving because he should be a father to Aiden? Are you kidding me? Now, yes, I also get the flip side of, Jason has a lot of regrets leaving. He doesn't want Lucky to have those same regrets as Jason. So on some level, I get it, but it's also like, really? You know, there's a couple of idiots in this episode. Christina, Sunny, Harley. Sunny for entertaining the idea with Natalia that they can have something, When Natalia coming over there being like, listen, I just want this to be business and everything like that. I don't want to, you have a complicated, stuff going on, and I don't really know if I should, be a part of that. Sonny, why are you even entertaining that idea? You do realize that your whole alibi relies on you maintaining this fake reunion with Carly. Yet you're getting more close to Natalia. You're doing the whole googly eyes, charming thing. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? And that's the same thing with Carly. Why the hell are you in Jack Brennan's room having dinner talking about, oh, I want to sit there and thank you? Really? Because your lawyer, Diane, didn't ream you and Sonny out enough for, flirting with other people while, you know, you could possibly go to jail for, lying to police about an alibi. And Sonny, you can go to jail for, well, I mean, let's be honest, you should be going to jail for a lot of things, but that's one of many things that you should be going to jail for. And Christina, which by the way, when Christina had that talk with Natalia, listen, I'm not sitting there saying that you need to hold grudges and stuff, right? Because that does nothing for you in the end. All that negative energy, all that juju, you have all that bad juju. It's very hard to accept the good blessings in your life when you're holding on to all that negative energy. With that being said, the fact that Natalia is being all nice to Christina, talking about, oh, how are you doing, since the accident and everything, and Allison's doing really great. And I'm like, you mean you mean the Allison that you did not want, your daughter to be around, Christina, but you're sitting there giving her updates? Why? Why? Don't sit there and try to be nice and everything like that now. I'm not sitting there saying you need to sit there and be on site when you see her. Part of me just can't help just how fake and kind of annoying that was. And that does not let Christina off the idiot train because she goes to see Alexis. She wants to then see how she's doing. She feels really guilty that she's in there. And she's like, I want to then come forward to the police. I genuinely feel bad for Alexis for just having such an idiotic daughter because she's been hammering her, maybe Diane, I don't know, and Sonny has been hammering into this woman's head that you're just going to make matters worse. You're just going to make matters worse. You already started that train when you decide to take a gun to try to kill Kate. That was already the start of it. Okay, your mother's in there because she sat there and tried to cover for you. And now you want to make matters worse. You already did enough, and she's telling you don't do anything else. But she's like, no, you're with Heather and everything like that, and just stop, just stop. I understand the guilt that's coming from Christina. I get that part, but any reasonable, rational adult, just hold that out. That's the least you could sit there and do for your mother is hold that out. You feel guilty? Cool, you should feel guilty. You're a good person. There's nothing wrong with that. But you're just going to make matters worse. And she's telling you to stop. She shouldn't have to be sitting there worried about you on top of, being bunkmates with serial killer Heather Weber. Then she goes to Sonny. And she tells the same thing to Sonny. I want to sit there and help mom out. She shouldn't be in jail, for something like that. Sonny says the same thing to Christina that Alexa just said, I don't know, within an hour time span. In one ear, out the other. Because you know what she does? She goes to Anna and she's like, I have information about John Case murder. Yeah, I think I'm kind of done with being mean to Christina. I'm not trying to be mean. I just don't understand how could somebody who people say is so smart be so stupid? Which let's get to Anna for a minute. Anna goes to Jason and it's like, do you want to sit there and talk about the kiss? Anna, have you met Jason? Does he seem like the warm and fuzzy type that wants to sit there and talk about his feelings, what that kiss meant to him? So it goes as well as you expect it to. And she's like, it's a one time incident and it'll never happen again. I hope it will happen again. Okay, I want to sit there and see more Loving in the Afternoon with Sunny and Jason. I mean, with Jason and Anna. I want to sit there and see more Loving in the Afternoon between those two. I don't care that, Jason dated Robin 300 years ago. That was a long time ago. That was decades ago. Okay? So I am with this relationship. Okay? And I want to sit there and see more of it. You hear that, writers at GH? I want to see more of it. Find a way to make that shit happen. Then she just warns him about Jack recruiting him and that the WSB is bad and, they're a bunch of meanies and blah, 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 blah. But, Jason's like, I'm not rocking with them, so you don't need to worry about that. Then she gets chewed out by Molly, who Molly is demanding Anna to get evidence against Sonny. Put Sonny in jail. We all know Sonny did it. Anna's like, I have to file protocol. The FBI is actually running this now. I can't do that. Molly's not happy, so she throws a temper tantrum, then she walks out. And, again, Jocelyn tells Dex, it was lucky that did it. She felt bad, but she shouldn't have. Then they all sit there with Molly and have iced tea. Oh, and by the way, while Carly is hanging out with Brennan, which she should not be doing, that PI is there with her little dog, her little half a dog. Okay. I don't consider them full dogs. I consider them half dogs. Anyway, she is not there trying to get into Jack's rooms. This way she can take pictures or whatever. And Jack tells her Carly to go in the bathroom or whatever and talk to the PI or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, no, this is the wrong room. Then she starts talking. He slams the door in her face, which was hilarious. I'm gonna go back and watch that like 3 or 4 more times. Carly gets a call from Felicia Smith there saying that there's a PI that's not there looking for you and stuff like that. And so Jack is able to go back out, get her away. Felicia talks to her, and Felicia's like, you need to sit there and figure out why would somebody be tailing you. Now, I don't think it's going to really take that long for her to realize that most likely somebody's tailing her to try to find holes in her story. I saw her snitcher trying to ream out Sonny. Snitcher saying that she can go to jail for Snitcher helping him out. I'm like, well, Carly, you could have just said no. I mean, just a wild thought. You could have just said no and let Sonny, pay for his crimes. And by the way, Carly, you're not exactly in a position to really be reaming him out that much when you're doing the exact same thing with Jack Brennan. So, there's that. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. I can't think of anything else. But if I forget anything tonight, I'm going to be sitting there doing a live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. I will be sitting there talking about all the shows, General Hospital, Days of Our Lives, Bold and Beautiful, and Young and Restless. I know I said I was going to do it yesterday, but, every now and then, as much as I don't want to, I have to sit there and take a night off from streaming. That's where I don't feel like I'm being stale and, get burnt out and stuff like that. So that's what yesterday was. But tonight we're going to sit there and talk about all the stuff because I'm pretty sure I missed some stuff or want to sit there and expand more on, some of the idiots in the show. But yes, anything I missed, write it down in the comment section. Anything you liked or you didn't like, write it down in the comment section. And come to the live stream tonight.